Greetings, Bowtie5 here, and we are continuing my formal wear mini-series. This is video 6. We have already discussed the tuxedo, its history, its place in today's fashion. We've discussed tuxedo shirts, neckwear, vest, cummerbunds, studs, and cufflinks. You're thinking, what's left? Well, there are several other accessories that are associated or can be associated with the tuxedo, or formal tails, or morning wear, that have not been discussed yet. So that's what we're going to do today. So first, I would like to begin with suspenders, or braces. So, if they clip on, if they're the clip-on kind that snap, those are suspenders. If you button them to your pants, they have the little fasteners here like I've got on. They are braces. Most tuxedo pants, you don't wear a belt loop with tuxedo pants. I'll show you my pants here. You can kind of see it's usually just a satin sash that goes around. Now some tuxedo pants will have little fasteners on the side, kind of adjusters, and you can tighten the waist that way. But most are just straight across like that, and require braces to hold them up. So that is why they are an important accessory, and I really suggest you make sure your pants are fitted for the button-on kind. The clip-ons I'm not a fan of, but if you choose to go that route, they're fine for a more casual pant. But with these having the satin or the silk cross grain going through here, those clips, the little grips that the clip mechanism utilizes, they will damage. You'll start getting marks on here from that, and it's you're getting into lessening the lifetime of that garment. So I suggest that. Now I've many moons ago I did a video on braces or suspenders, how to attach them and things like that. I will do just a little brief here. On the other side of this pants there's buttons. It's like a hook eye, and then you have this little bit here that's just comes down and you feed the button through. And then there's two buttons for each side. They're usually found at the start of the hips, and then usually at the base of the spine. And then mine are kind of back here towards the top. These are the little clasp. They fold up like that, and then you can pull them down or pull them back and then clasp them to adjust it to whatever height is comfortable for you. Also, just from a visual standpoint, you want both clasp to kind of be at the same height. It's just a little more visually appealing that way. Okay, so that is just a little brief discussion on the suspenders or braces. Let's move on. Alright, so armbands or sleeve garters. Not as commonly seen anymore, but something I thought I would touch on while I'm here. Something to for my more eccentric fans to enjoy. So I did a video again many moons ago, specifically on sleeve garters or armbands, their history, and why they were used, and things like that. They were a functional accessory at one point. Now they're more of a novelty, kind of vintage thing. There's a few different styles. The one I have on here, it's an elastic. It adjusts, much like the braces. You pull this loose and you can make it looser or tighter. And then there's also this style. It's kind of a faux silver kind of elastic. It also comes in like gold and bronze. This one's like a one-size-fits-all because it's stretchy, whereas this one is elastic and kind of stays in place. Mostly, these were used to ensure that your shirt sleeves stayed at a certain length. When they were really popular, that's when you had like these really puffy sleeves, and this would kind of bunch up the extra fabric and hold it back. And it's when you're wearing a jacket, it's really good because it holds the sleeve at a proper length. Also, it gives a fun look. It adds something. People can see them, and it kind of strikes conversation. Sorry. They aren't, again, I said not as widely seen today. Mostly associated with kind of like vintage barkeeper looks or carnival worker, or maybe like vaudeville kind of vintage kind of thing. Next, I want to discuss watches and chains. So, I mentioned in the video on vest, one of my things that I like about the vest over the cummerbund is that you can further accessorize. So I have a watch here, just a basic silver watch with a little detailing on it. So there's a few different ways you can wear this. Usually down into the pocket, and then the chain. Sometimes I either will tuck it into this top button only, and then just do like a singular chain look like that. Or I will just take it all the way across, like so, and do kind of a double chain look. If you have the fob with the decorative piece on the chain, you can do some different things with it. But this is just kind of a basic way to show off the watch. I think it's a fun look. If you're ever in a group setting and you know what time is it, you can pull the watch out and kind of be cute with it, and oh, you know, it's 10 till, or you know, whatever it is. And again, it strikes conversation. Then people are like, ooh, ah, you know. Now I already did a video more in depth on the pocket watch, its history, and where it comes from, and all the ins and outs of it, maintenance and changing batteries and things like that. So I'm just going to leave it here and we're going to move on. Okay, next I would like to discuss the pocket square. Outside of everything I discussed in my previous videos, I would say this is probably the next most used or most seen garment. The pocket square, there's different styles here. I've got 2 layered because I like a more full look. So you've got this top piece, which is like a silk or satin white. That one's probably a blend of sorts. Then you have like this one is just a plain cotton hanky. These are probably most prevalent because you can find, even at places like Walmart, you can find a package of these, like 12 or so in a package. And it's a decorative piece that goes in the pocket, just adds a little something to the look. The most popular way you're going to see it displayed is probably a T-fold square. And it's basically just kind of fold this over on itself about 8 times or so. And throw it into the pocket. I've got a little too much fabric going on to do that cleanly, but and usually it's kind of deeper in the pocket. That's just for somebody who wants to show off a little without doing too much and bringing too much attention to it, and it just gives a nice kind of clean look. Now oftentimes with like business wear or anything else I'm doing, I like to show more flair, but in a tuxedo setting, more formal, I try to be a little more understated with my accessories and let the entire outfit speak for itself instead of one item drawing attention to itself. And like I said, the pocket square, it's genuinely inexpensive compared to other garments, so it's easy and cost-effective way to class up the formal wear look. I've already done a video more in depth on the history of the pocket square and various folds. If you want to check out, you want to explore some different folds with the tuxedo, then I suggest going to that video and checking out many of my other various folds. Okay, next is the lapel pin or boutonniere. So this one in particular is a flower pin. Not a real flower, of course, but you have the kind of rose petal effect. And they call it a flower pin because it's a flower with a pin. Now there's different styles. You'll see this more with weddings. Those are boutonnieres where you actually have like fresh flowers. There'll be some kind of little mini arrangement. Something that's going to complement the bride's bouquet. And it's usually the groom. It'll come down the lapel, usually a little more encompassing than the pin I have here. And then there's a stick pin, and there's kind of an art to attaching it. I wish I had one here and I could kind of demonstrate that for you. Sometimes the groomsmen will have them as well, but usually the groom will always have one of those. Then you also have carnations, which is an actual like carnation flower, and it takes up more of the lapel. This is more of a condensed version of that. I am going to just give a little demonstration here on that. I usually like to find the faux button hole here on the jacket, and I just feed the flower through that hole. And then you just take the pin here, and then there's this little back piece that you just kind of, it has clips on it. You just cinch it open and then drop it through the pin, and then that holds your flower in place. Alright, so it looks like we are ready to go. We've got the pocket square, we've got the flower, which I've already discussed in a previous video. There is one more accessory, but I'm going to save that for my footwear video. So for now, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. As always, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And until next time.